All right, Adam, let's put a bow on this. And we haven't talked about Mississippi in a very, very long time. And the reason is because it was one of the very first states to legalize sports betting. But if you have not been with us for the long haul here, what you might not have realized is that Mississippi is, for all intents and purposes, all over the counter. There was a technicality in there with the Mississippi mobile thing, but that never even really played out with everything. And so we're getting some movement, at least a little bit, or they're trying to, Adam, over there in Mississippi to kind of join the rest of the country here.
Mississippi every year was kind of like Lucy and Charlie Brown with the football when it came to mobile. After they launched in 2018, and remember that when they launched in 2018 as one of the first states to go live with some form of sports betting, they didn't have to pass a new law because sports betting had been kind of tucked into the DFS law that allowed them to be able to launch once it started, but mobile was geofenced to on property, and I believe we only saw one casino that even tried to do this.
Yeah, most of them didn't even bother with it because it just it was never going to. It was so much work for absolutely no payoff.
Right. Anyway, you could have had a situation. We heard about this in Mississippi where you can bet from your room, but you can't bet from the parking garage. No one's going to put the effort into this to do that. So what we see now and over the past few years is that every year Lucy sets that football up. Someone introduces a bill to be able to legalize online in Mississippi, and then every year she pulls it and it doesn't get out of committee. Until now, we actually passed in the legislature in 2023, there was a study bill passed about mobile. I think everyone in Mississippi can look at the numbers in Louisiana and elsewhere and say, maybe we need to think about whether we should be doing this. And so we've had the first hearing of that study committee yesterday, and the most notable thing that came out of it is that you have a representative in Mississippi who is saying, hey, I'm introducing this bill again this year. It's going to come. And now we want to get more information about it and try to get legislators more comfortable with the idea of this because we want to make a serious push at being able to get Mississippi into the mobile world of the rest of the United States. Opinions on both sides. I think there's some reticence from certain casinos, those maybe who don't have a big brand affiliation, who are worried the usual that people are going to stop coming to their casino and they're not going to want to use the overall facilities because they can bet on sports from home. We've seen in general that does not play out, but that is a concern that has been expressed in a number of places in the first 5.5 years of legal sports betting. So there are going to be continued meetings about this. They're going to continue to discuss it in Mississippi, but it is interesting that we thought there would be states that either did in-person registration or did over-the-counter only who went back and looked at it. I just didn't think it would take Mississippi this long, but here they are.
Me neither. I thought pretty much as soon as Louisiana passed, not even went live, as soon as Louisiana passed anything, I thought everyone would get together and be like, okay, guys, they're about to do it. We need to do this. What's going on here? And of course, we know that has just not been the case, and we'll continue to monitor that as well over at LegalSportsReport.com, where you can find all of the stuff that we talk about here on the podcast absolutely free. So go in, take in all the great words that Adam and team are doing over there. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button. Do appreciate the support here on this very podcast. For Adam, I'm Matt. Talk to you guys next week.